Hey everybody, just wanted to come at you with a video about happy lights. As you can see, I have a few different options right here that I will get to later on in the video. But just to give you a little background about my story, so I've struggled with depression for quite a long time. I also have OCD. I also have insomnia, and I've also, I would say, have felt plagued by that early morning fog, where it's like I wake up and it takes so long for me to feel like I'm finally awake and ready to start my day. So I've struggled with a lot of these things. And I want to talk to you about happy lights. Also, just want to put out there, I am totally not a doctor. So the information that I'm going to be telling you in this video is more from my personal experience using happy lights. So some of you out there may have already searched extensively online about happy lights, and you may have discovered claims that these lights can boost mood or improve your focus or improve your sleep, among other things. Light therapy can be used to treat a number of conditions out there. Some of those conditions include seasonal affective disorder, different types of depression, sleep disorders, jet lag, or let's say you're trying to change to a different work time schedule, dementia. So there's a lot of different conditions or disorders out there that these kind of lights can help with. Now, when it comes to the type of light that you should get, the recommendations that I've come across in my research online are that you want to get a light that provides an exposure up to 10,000 lux and emits as little as possible UV light. When it comes to actually using your light box, the recommendations out there are to use your light box within the first hour of waking up. And you want to have your light therapy box on for about 20 to 30 minutes. And you want to keep your face about 16 to 24 inches away from that light. And you want to make sure that your eyes are wide open, but you don't want to stare directly into the light. Now, before you even go out and do research about happy lights, you might want to ask yourself some important questions first, such as why are you getting this happy light in the first place? So if you're trying to, let's say, treat a certain condition like seasonal affective disorder, you might want to ask the question, does this particular light treat seasonal affective disorder? Is it designed to treat that condition? Also, you want to ask the question, how bright is the light? How bright does this light get? Because depending on the type of condition that you're trying to treat, you may need a certain brightness level. And there's some lights out there that may not be bright enough to treat the condition that you're wanting to treat. So I would definitely ask the question, how bright does the light get? Another important question to ask is, will this damage my eyes? Will this light hurt my eyes? So you definitely want to check up on that. Will the light emit harmful UV light? So that's another great question to ask. Another question to ask would be, what style of light should you get? As you can see, there's many different styles of lights. Just the way that they stand up when you put them on a table. There's smaller lights, there's bigger lights. Do you want your light to, let's say, hang on a wall? So the style of light, asking what style of light you want may also be another important question as well. So I think the big question out there that a lot of people might be wondering is, do these happy lights actually work? If I, let's say, turn on these lights, Am I just all of a sudden going to feel happy, 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 happy? Am I just going to be healed of all my disorders and conditions and mental illness and, everything that I got going on? Does this really boost my mood? Does it really improve my focus and take away all that mental fog and, all those other things that I might be having problems with? To answer that question simply, I'm going to say yes and no. So I'm kind of in between on it, because here's the thing. In my experience, my personal experience using Happy Lights, if you let's say, just go ahead and turn on a light and you're like, oh, wow, I want to feel happy right now. I have found that inconsistent usage of Happy Lights really doesn't do anything for me. So just turning it on one time and only using it one time, and I'm like, oh, nothing happened. I would say doesn't really help much, or doesn't really make a difference. However, where I would say yes, it does make an impact, is if you, put this into your daily routine and you use it every day, and you wake up, first thing in the morning and you turn on these Happy Lights, and, you follow the directions on how to use them, then I would say yes. Definitely these lights can have a huge impact, or have had a huge impact at times on my well-being. In terms of boosting mood and focus and improve sleep, I would say yes. These Happy Lights have definitely helped me in those areas. I've also done cognitive behavioral therapy for sleep and was using the Happy Lights during those times. And yes, I would say it definitely helped me to get back to, I would say, those circadian rhythms, those natural sort of sleep rhythms where it's I feel tired at the time that I want to feel tired, when I want to go to bed, and then, wake up and then use these lights. So yes, I would definitely say it helped with sleep. And yeah, boosted mood, along with sort of getting rid of that early morning fog that I would experience in the morning, sometimes going to work and it feels like I'm not present and I'm just kind of checked out, and it really takes a long time for me to get into the day. And I feel like these lights, for me during that time when I was using them consistently, really jump-started my day and was a really great practice. So I would say that yes, definitely these lights are amazing and great, especially if they're combined with other healthy practices. Now, here's the thing about Happy Lights is that, if you're just doing unhealthy things in your life, other unhealthy practices, like just eating really poorly, horrible diet, not getting exercise, really not taking care of yourself, as much as you use these lights every day, I feel like you're not going to get the best result. It's kind of like, if you go out and you're just eating all this junk food and you eat junk food right before you go to bed, you wake up in the morning and you turn on these Happy Lights, it's not really going to, counter the effects of what you might experience from, eating a bunch of junk food. So I would definitely recommend using your Happy Lights combined with other healthy practices, like exercising, eating right. Also, other therapies, for, if you're getting this for mental illness or something. So cognitive behavioral therapy for sleep. So more specifically on how I used my Happy Light in the past. So there was a time where I was trying to wake up at the same time every day. I just get up out of bed, turn on my light, stand in front of the light. And then I would also do some a little stretching routine and take my light and put it on the floor. And I would have it on in the morning. And yeah, it was very helpful for just getting me up. And it was great. All right, so let's go ahead and look at the lights that I have here displayed. So pretty much I have two different brands. I have the Verilux, the Happy Light brand. So I have two of those. And then I also have a SunTouch Plus. So looking at this light right here, this is the SunTouch Plus from Nature Bright. This is a really nice light right here, 10,000 lux light. It has 4 different timer settings, so you can turn this light on and have it on for 15, 30, 45, and 60-minute intervals. So pretty much after, let's say if you have it set for 60 minutes, it'll just turn off on its own. And has an on-off switch. And it also has an ion therapy feature, which I actually don't know much about. If you know much about the ion feature in the SunTouch Plus, please feel free to report about it in the comments below. I've actually had that feature on before while just using the light in general. And honestly, I don't know if that had any effect on me at all, or I didn't really notice anything in that realm. More or less, I feel like I was just more buying this light for the light itself. Now I'm going to go ahead and turn this light on. So that's what it looks like in the camera here, but because I'm using my camera, it may look a little bit different in video than in real life. But yeah, so that's what it looks like. I would say that it's a very nice light. I don't feel like it's too bright in my eyes. I can get my face very close to it. And yeah, it feels very nice. So that's the SunTouch Plus by Nature Bright, which you can currently find online. So the next light I wanted to show you is by Verilux. It's a 7500 lux brightness light, very compact design. This light right here has an on-off switch, unlike the SunTouch Plus light. This light, you can turn it on and just keep it on for a long time, and then, turn it off at your choosing. So it's not, limited by the timer feature. So if I just go ahead and turn this on, I believe this is the brightest setting on this light, because it has a couple different settings on the front here. So if I now switch it into the other setting, I believe this is slightly dimmer, though if you actually look at it up close, it may be hard to tell the difference between both of these settings. The next light I wanted to show everybody out there is this giant sized Happy Light. So this is the Happy Light Deluxe by Verilux. It's a great light, 10,000 lux in brightness, UV free. The on off switch is located on the top of the light. And let's just go ahead and turn it on. So that's what it looks like when this light is turned on. It has a very nice feel to it. I don't feel like it's too intrusive with the light. So this is a great option right here. And this light, what's cool about this, let me go ahead and turn that off, is that it has a stand. So you'll notice that there's a stand in the back. What you can do is, if you want to, you can actually put that stand back in place. And then if you want, you can actually go ahead and then hang this light from a wall. When it comes to my honest opinion of these lights right here, pretty much I would start out by saying this is the light that I use the least. I just don't really have much usage for this light. But when I first started using Happy Lights, the SunTouch Plus was my go-to. This was actually my first Happy Light that I ever got. This is a great light right here. So I would use this very frequently when I started my routine with the cognitive behavioral therapy for sleep. So the SunTouch Plus light, great light, really like this light. But ultimately, the light that I actually now like the best out of all three of these lights is the Happy Light Deluxe. Yes, I love this light. This is now my new favorite. And the reason why I like this is, first of all, it just emits so much light. There's so much light that comes out of this. I also like that I can just hang it up on the wall. If you look at this, it has such a flat design. It doesn't really protrude outward from the wall very much. So it's a very great light to hang up. And I find honestly, when the light is hung on the wall, that I'm more likely to use it. Because I feel like, even with these lights, I may have to actually move the light and get it out. And so that actually takes more work. So if I have to do more work to turn on these lights, then I'm probably not going to use them as much. Whereas this light, I just hang up on the wall. It's really simple to turn on. It only just has one button to turn on, and I can turn it off when I want to turn it off. So ultimately, this is my go-to light now for happy lights. This is my favorite, the Happy Light Deluxe. But I also like the Sun Touch Plus as well. So I would say, these are my two favorites, but right now, this is my go-to. I love this light. So there's my opinion about happy lights. Please feel free to share your experience. Ask me questions about happy lights in the comments section below. I would love to hear it. And also, share about your depression, share about your seasonal affective disorder, share about, whatever it is that you struggle with that makes you want to get a happy light to begin with. So please leave comments, and thank you so much for watching. Subscribe for more content from my channel. I'm a big advocate for mental illness, especially the mental illnesses that I have. So please follow me to learn more about that. So go out there and get a happy light as soon as you can. Make sure that you're prepared for these dark winters, and I wish you the best.